Okay. Well, I'm back, and all that progress is gone into the ether. This Photoshop crashed. Which is what it is. So I guess I'm gonna go back and try to recover some of that. Thing is, how do I want to go about doing that? I may wait on that. I may do that later. Because what I'll do is I'll go and take a picture of the stream, and then I will take that rough image that I have and then just cut it out and then plop it on to where we used to have it. It'll be low resolution, but I can build up from there. And it won't be a complete loss. So we'll just do that later. We'll focus on something else for right now. I was messing around right here, so let's do that. Let's start a 15-minute alarm for saving, so we can try to avoid that happening again. There's something I wanted to try to do. What's this on? What is going on? There we go. Is that broken? Yes, it is. No wonder it's acting weird. Let's try restarting this real quick. No. Drivers are down. Is that coming out of that instead of the headphones? Mic's working. Video. Okay, there we go. see. Yeah, that's crazy. Because I just restarted everything. My CPU's at like 40, 30, 50 range instead of clear high. Usually when it's really high is when I start having problems. And that will slowly pick up, and that's usually when I should probably be stopping. Hmm. If I liking kind of the feel of that. Not sure about that though, if that's lights there. I need to liven this bottom part up though. Wanting like a to brighten up her lower part of her face more. I may just be able to do that with an effect though. Let's try that. Before I go on, just trying to do a zero. That would not do it. I could kind of warm it up a little bit. It's not what I'm looking for. I need to tweak some of this at all. The lips are throwing me off a little bit with that idea. Let's turn this up really high just so we can do some better blending. And basically use it as like a mask. Just fading it away, or just doing the opposite what I'm wanting to have happen through here. Just flip-flop that. This I want faded. Down here I want faded. Through here a little bit. All this I want gone. No effect there. So we can carry that up. Right up into here. Around there and there. Go back in here. Before, after. Take a look at that and zoom it out. I'm digging it. Do I want it that aggressive? Okay, let's bump up some shine on the tip of that nose still. Now what? I think I need to try to push this section of this more forward. I don't know if that's the right color we want to do there though. Maybe something more like this. Too dark. Oh no. Totally like drawing in the wrong spot for you to see. Gotta love it when that happens. about this. Not sure what kind of structure I'm trying to create with her hair here. So right now that's making that slit of hair creep up higher, which is fine. Um, okay. Hmm. I'm wanting to create a heavier shadow along the side of her hair. I think I'm just gonna go till 1:30 my time. It's 1:24 right now, so not too much longer. And I may just off screen just do a trying to recover that work I was dealing with before that crashed, or getting stuff together to do so. And if that's the case, I will definitely not do that. trying to figure out if the place that I'm going to tonight has a dress code, and if it does, if I can wear my beanie hat thingy. But my friend said I probably, if it came down to it, I could always throw it in my pocket, which I don't really care to do, but if that's what I need to do, I guess I can do that. I'll just make sure I take a comb with me and kind of do my hair up. You're judging me? Why are you judging me? I'm judging no reason. What kind of judging is this? Is this like a point system judging, or just you're being weird judging? Liking that off color that's coming out of there. Kind of a purple tint. You're potatoing it up. Sure. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Did you ever get past that spider boss area thingy that you weren't willing to use your stuff so you could have people to play with you? Isn't that how that game works? Is like you have to be alive, or because there's two different states that you're in, and you have to be in one state to be able to have NPCs and even like co-op be able to play with you, right? Or is it one or the other? You had Goonies fan help you? The cheek right there is bugging me a little bit. Click there. You have been judged. Turns out you just have to wait for a few minutes for the sign to appear. So you were just too impatient, is what the problem was? What the hell? Why is everybody judging me? It's all your fault, Alec. You and your fucking judging. Let's grab this one. See if I can't stream that into this and have that weird break happen there. See if that's okay. Don't know if I like it. Hello. Okay, yeah. Just needs to be like that. Yeah, that's what's supposed to be happening there. Yeah. Should I have that come into there at all? No. So it goes to there. Stops. Do we want that to fade up that side of the face? At all? Do one of these? Ugh. Bad. Bad. You're too cool for Soma. No, Soma. How dare you not grab the Soma? I even grabbed the Soma. It's okay as long as we don't look into each other's eyes. uh, not so sure if I'm sold on all that. I think I'm liking how much more lit this area was previously. I'll have to back it up and take a look. Actually, it doesn't make much sense. Really? Now that I think about it, let's try to fade it out more. Like, just a little bit, that's fine. Maybe I want to take this and pull it down more instead. That be your buffer for creating more of a highlight, and then also kind of following that field there on that side. Yeah, you guys are going at it in the chat there. It is not awkward. It's the best time you've ever had. You put the soap in the eyes. To clean the face. Still feel like this area down here needs to be brighter. Let's click this. And wanting more of that, maybe? Let's just do this on another layer. Try to play with it. Something like that. Fade it out. Fade it out. You're currently writing a comic book. Okay, question of the day. What game is someone wanting to play that is not out yet? Don't know if I wanted that kind of a highlight or more this kind of a highlight. Days Gone. What is that about? Is that zombie game that was showcased on E3? Whether or not, I don't think they're actually zombies, though. Tell you the truth, I think they're calling them something else. Biker, yes. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, this is like an Alec game. It's got a biker in it. Expected him to crash really bad. This will probably happen. You just sit there and watch. Don't go outside and make sure it's safe or anything. Only do that when your kids are involved. Are your kids involved? Unless you want them to have a life lesson. What did I tell you, boy? Always Google how to when playing. That's right. Just don't do stuff stupid. This is a weird style that I'm drawing here. It's interesting. I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that on a separate layer. I don't want to try to do that type of a highlight thing up here. They're not involved. Bad dad. Your oldest is in deep shit right now. So you can play something else. I used to do that shit, and then I started having too much money to buy too many games. We have 228k extra to buy too many games. Someday. Yeah, I'm not that bad. It's just I don't have much bleedage of income a lot of other places besides video games. So I think it's video games and like once in a while when I go out and go out drinking somewhere. Artie's hard as fuck. I think I decided to have this piece of this hair actually get hidden. The thing is I need to control the shadows and stuff around it so it looks cool. So it needs to go back behind here. It's too fucking dark. And what? You better take that keyboard with you. Get off my ass, I gotta take a dump. Potato needs some alone time. Blow it out your ass. Your arse. Blow it out your arse. What is that from? That line. I have a terrible memory for that shit. Evil Dead. From Duke Nukem's. Who said it first? It would be Ash that would say that too. He has horrible one-liners. Just like Duke Nukem does. They're awfully good, though. So I don't want to, I don't know if I want like rich, dark spots in here or not. But I want it to be like hazed out. I'm just gonna have to play with it. So right in here it looks good with that extra kind of dark spot. Here though, I don't know. I think my brain's saying more on the no. Just to be faded out more. Let's fight the aliens. Eat shit and die. I'll tear off your head and shove it down your neck. Blow it out your ear, blow it out your ass, yes. Look at those babies. Go to love the classics, yes. Still too dark up here. Must fade out more. So I need to grab kind of hazed out dark brown and come in here with it. So it still has its sharpness, but not the too sharp. Let's try to grab this line and maybe pull it in. A little bit. Grab some more of this. Wow, it's too bright. Don't think I'm liking that. Have you drawn anything lately, Zoo? It's not too bad. I think I like the idea of it like cutting off though more. Let's file save and see if I can actually open that on here. It'll be interesting to see if it can. They really need to fix the what do you call it? the dang it, what is it called? The app on the phone, so where it like gives you like the last 5 or 10 chat conversations. Let me see here. I need to deal with fading that little black spot line out there, just to fade it more in. Cool. Let's go ahead and try to play with that fit. It's okay, but then it's a little bit a little bit weird. I think it just needs to get, yeah, that. Did it open? Ooh. Is it the Earth, Moon, and then is there supposed to be the sun out there? Or is that like a black hole? What's going on in this picture? Tell me all of its secrets. Every last one. We need to know. The black was a large moon. And you covered it up. A halo ring. Oh, okay. Yeah, halo rings are cool. It's definitely an interesting idea. definitely dig it. How long ago did you work on that? That's definitely it's down. Cool. How often do you actually get around to being able to do something like that? Are you like streaming and drawing, or not streaming, watching streams and drawing at the same time? So I know there's a lot of artists that do that. They'll get in some of their art time while they're watching other people do their shit. Yeah, back. It'll go really slow for 7 days. Cool. That's good. Curious if I want to try doing this light thing over here too. Kind of wanting to. Maybe less that bright stuff and more skin tone crap. Yes, Zudo draws, paints. He's an artist. Doesn't matter when you started or where you're at in your process, though. As long as you're taking the time to do it, you're involved. It's only those people that just don't try, that just are not in that spot. Where it's like, I can't even draw a stick figure. It's like, bullshit. Everybody can draw a stick figure. I technically suck at drawing stick figures myself. So yeah. Women sometimes. You like going to the strip club? Is that what that comment means? Or is that you like throwing money at streamers that happen to be girls? Or women? You said women specifically there. Or at least they look like they happen to be, or they identify themselves as such. Do, 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 do. Yeah, usually when I have like I don't know what to draw block, I will just start to draw something. And usually I have my go-to is faces, so I always have that. I don't know if you have anything that you do a lot of or have more comfortable thing for you to draw. That helps. And usually when I have like blocks while drawing something, that's just when I need to stop drawing what I'm stop projecting in the art, which I swear I've said that hundreds and hundreds of times. But yeah, just stop forcing whatever I think the art needs to be and just play around with it. Start breaking it up and do something a little bit different with it. Let go. It usually clicks. I think the one real tricky thing is when you're drawing something and there's that moment where you're not filling that piece and you just abandon that piece, that's fine to do, but if you can learn to power through those moments to actually get it to where it's like, oh, it's going somewhere and I'm stopping not because I'm struggling with it, but I'm stopping because I need a break, or I need to legitimately do something else. I feel it's better to try to end on a good note on art than a bad one. But that process works too, walking away from stuff. Thing is I complete more if I'm actually leaving where I'm like, okay, I don't have to go. I'm not next time I start it, I'm not having to fix something. It's not like it's a chore to go back and mess around with that piece again. It's like it's in a state of movement, or being able to continue the piece instead of dreading it, kind of thing. Usually redraw the whole thing. Well, you're dealing with inks. If you get to that level and you kind of mess up, yeah, it's a little bit tricky. If you're painting something, and it's like makes it a lot easier to change things up and kind of move through the piece. The thing is with like your stuff, with the inking also, it's like it may look fine and feel fine when it's in its pencil form, but then after you ink it, it looks not. It doesn't have that the filling that you wanted. You lose your whatever you're trying to do, which sucks when that happens. Because then from there, yeah, the whole idea of starting over kind of happens. But sometimes with that, you can do that in post, where you can recover stuff. Like, you get it to that point, and then it's like something's just weird in it, and it's not like overall weird. You just have to hurry and go into your, what is it? Go into like Photoshop or something like that after scanning it and just tweaking little things here and there. Which I've done that quite a few times with like inked things. Hey, how you doing, Goonie? Okay, let's try to see if I can do maybe a shadow above the eye here. Back out for a minute. Yeah, definitely want something there. Cause yeah, the only thing else you could just do with like the messing up with the ink stuff is just you have to use like white ink, which doesn't always land on the page as white. That's not the tone I want. Let's start with this one. Let's erase this. Am I on? Yeah, I'm on this. Yeah. What is it? Ink. Ink and some of that stuff can be fun because you can just when whatever you're doing is done, it is done. It's like if it's like kind of fucked up, it's just gonna be kind of fucked up, and you just like what Alex said, you just start over. But the thing is if you honor the piece in its state, whatever it is, whatever it becomes, then it can still be something cool. Because even it may not be what you wanted to draw, it'll be something that's, you know, cool. Because I'm a big on letting the art be, to have its say in it and whatnot, for it to kind of guide you in what it wants it to be a little bit more than just what you want it to be. Because I feel like if you do that a couple of times, then you'll end up having, when you redo the piece, you can get it closer to how you wanted it to be, but getting through those earlier processes helps a lot. Okay, digging that. The shadow, I think it needs to be a little bit lighter there. Yeah. Thing is I think this needs to that. Yes. Need it over here though. More. Yeah, I haven't even gotten into the calligraphy kind of stuff yet myself, really hard. I'm interested in it. What do you use? Do you actually use, like the tips and stuff with your inking? Or are you using pins? You use nibs? What type of a surface are you drawing on? Do you have like a leather pad that you're drawing on with your nibs? Because I know with when you're doing working with calligraphy pins, you're supposed to have some kind of a squishiness underneath it for it to actually spread open the I'm not sure what the technical term for like the two little slits that are on a nib, but for calligraphy pins. Because otherwise they don't work properly. You get a lot of stutter and weirdness happening with them. The camel toe. Yes, I guess you could call it that. One of these days I'll know some of these words. I know at one point I did. That's only when I was in school and other people were using it and they were commenting about it and I had to have it in my head to have conversations with those people. Which I feel like doing Twitch has forced me to relearn a bunch of shit about art. It's like, oh yeah, that is a thing. Okay, I think I'm wanting... Use bottles of ink. You can spill it, so I don't recommend you using it for... Yeah, what I have is I have a lamp base that is supposed to be weighted for a lamp, and I have the lamp actually viced to a desk, so I'm not using the base. And what I did is just took like the tacky stuff that you would use for to put posters up, and put it on the bottom of my ink wells, and then stuck it to that heavy base, so it's really hard to knock my ink wells over. The only issue is I gotta kind of tear them off and then reset them to shake it before I use them, but that's not that bad of a swap out for that. Wrong. 1 plus 1 equals 3. Both wrong. And right. Math can be kind of an opinion, because what is it? The 1 plus 1 equals 3 is when you have when you're using parents as the 1 plus 1. If it's a man and a woman and they have a child, then you would have 3. So context kind of can change some of that stuff. That's like the cheap shot riddle shit. People don't have babies. What are you talking about? The stork brings it to him in a cabbage patch. Okay, I kind of want some possibly heavier highlights on this. The farmer's market vibe. Yeah. Start up the grill. What you grilling, Alec? Yeah, I think one over here might be nice as well. Like, pull from that stuff there. Grilled chicken. Ooh. See you guys later. I probably should wrap up here. I went over my time that I was supposed to do stuff, and I still need to go to the grocery store. I have to look to see what I'm possibly wearing out to this loungy, clubby thing for that birthday party. Well, in between that and that, I could do some 7 days. I just have to make sure I'm ready, have all my shit together. I don't know. I think she's my age-ish. Maybe a year older, possibly. So I assume she's like 30-something. This is true. Cool. Alright, save this. We're gonna back out. We're gonna get dressed real quick here and head to the grocery store. It's diabolical. Alright, file saved. Cool. And we'll see if I actually even put this up as progress. I don't know how much I've really changed from now to then. A little bit here and there. We may wait till next time to do an art update. We'll see. The perfect plan, yes. Alright. Where you at, OBS? OBS. And codec. You're still lost? Are we talking about roofies now? I have no idea what we're talking about. I'm as lost as you, Zoo. Badger, 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 badger. Snake! Snake! Alright. I'm out. I'll, after I get my shit done and whatnot, I'll see if you're on the PlayStation and whatnot. Or even Twitch, and I'll hit you up. If I have time to play some games until I go out. So I'll probably end up leaving, what, 8 my time, so I'll have time in between here and there. Sounds good.